Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. ICRC presents a new way to help families and communities cope with and manage the challenges of caregiving with a shorter form of audio respite. This corner chat is a quick and easy listen for those who need a break from caregiving, encouraging words, or just enjoy this podcast. It is dedicated to caregivers who help and care for family members and friends. We bring to you an episode of the Inland Caregivers Corner Chat. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to the Inland Caregivers Corner Chat. I hope those listening enjoyed the previous episode of the Inland Caregivers Corner Chat. The episode focused on how to set specific goals, SMART goals, and to crush them. Any listeners who listened to that episode, please comment on this YouTube post and let us know what goals you came up with and what you're doing to crush them. I'd love to hear the goals that you're going to crush in 2022, and it would definitely be inspiring for me to hear. I'd love to hear it and hopefully support each other in the things we're going to be doing in 2022. If you have not listened to the last chat episode, please give it a listen on YouTube. Just search Inland Caregiver Resource Center on YouTube. For those new or existing listeners of the Inland Caregivers Corner podcast who may not be familiar with the Inland Caregiver Corner chat, these episodes are shorter than the regular Caregivers Corner podcast episodes and will happen occasionally. These episodes are meant to be a quick burst of encouragement, information, and motivation to provide and inspire you. For those who have been listening from episode 1, thank you. And to those just getting started today, welcome and thank you for your time. I'm your host, Eric Chacon, a care coordinator with ICRC, and it's February 2022. I hope all listeners, again, are crushing goals and enjoying the new year. And on this episode, we'll be celebrating Black History Month, Heart Health Month, Valentine's Day is coming on the 14th, and last but not least, Senior Independence Month. So on this podcast, I will be sharing information from the article 8 Meaningful Ways to Celebrate Black History. This article can be found on blog.bonus.ly/black-history-month-ideas. I know that was pretty long. First off, I want to start by reading a quote President Gerald Ford said when he officially recognized Black History Month. President Ford stated, "We need to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every area of endeavor throughout history." Black History Month started as a week in 1917. Carter G. Woodson was a journalist, author, and historian. He was recognized as the father of Black history. Carter G. Woodson lobbied constantly for the national recognition of Black stories and perspectives. Woodson felt equality can only be possible with the acknowledgement and understanding of a race's history. Carter G. Woodson dedicated his life to the study of African American historical research, and Carter G. Woodson stated, "Let truth destroy the dividing prejudice of nationality and teach universal love without distinction of race, merit, or rank." So to celebrate, I'd like to share some books by Black authors that I have either read or want to read. I hope listeners will join me in reading one of these titles, as it is a meaningful way to recognize and celebrate Black History Month. I am going to give 3 book titles, but I also want to state, please visit thestackpodcast.com, which is where I got some of the reviews on these books. They provide many recommendations of books by Black authors. The first book I have read twice and found it to be a great perspective on intersectionality. Intersectionality is an acknowledgement that everyone has their own unique experiences of discrimination and oppression. It also has a perspective on affirmative action and, quote, model minorities, end quote. I've read this book and also listened to this book, the audio version. That was the first time that I had heard it, and then I bought the book and read it. It's on Libby. If you have a Libby account, that is a application on your smartphone that you're able to get a library card through your local library and then download or borrow digital books or audiobooks. Um, and so, of course, support the author by buying the book. The author's name is Ijeoma Oluo, and she's great. She has written a few other books that I'm hoping to get. The next title is The Fire This Time, A New Generation Speaks About Race. This is an anthology edited by Jesmyn Ward. I haven't read the book, but it sounded interesting to me. The description of the book is Jesmyn Ward takes James Baldwin's 1963 examination of race in America. This book is a jumping off point for the collection of essays and poems about race from different voices of her generation and our time. Jesmyn Ward takes James Baldwin's 1963 examination of race in America and puts her perspective on it. James Baldwin was an American writer and activist. James Baldwin wrote essays, novels, plays, and poems, with his first novel titled Go Tell It on the Mountain. If you're interested in reading James Baldwin's books before reading this book by Jesmyn Ward, I definitely want to encourage you to do so. Lastly, I chose to share for fiction fans. The previous books are nonfiction. It's a fictional book called Harlem Shuffle by Colson Whitehead. This book has won 2 Pulitzer Prizes and is described as a glorious, entertaining novel of heists, shakedowns, and ripoffs set in Harlem in the 1960s. My reasoning for choosing this is I love the song Harlem Shuffle by Bob and Earl, who are Bobby Bird and Earl Nelson. I first heard this song in the film Baby Driver, directed by Edgar Wright. Don't know if you've seen it, but it's a great film. Definitely check it out. It's a great soul song. If you're interested in music, I definitely recommend checking it out on either YouTube or Spotify or Apple Music. It's a jam, so definitely have a listen. And then next, I want to acknowledge also that February is Heart Health Month. I want to share this information from nationaltoday.com. Heart Health Month is recognized because every year more than 600,000 Americans die from heart disease. Heart disease affects all ages, genders, and ethnicities. Risk factors of heart disease include high cholesterol, high blood pressure, smoking, diabetes, and excessive alcohol use. The ways to reduce the risk of heart disease are eating a healthy diet, engaging in physical activity, and managing cholesterol and blood pressure. I want to encourage those listening, if you are concerned with the health of your heart, please make an appointment to see your primary care physician. Caregivers especially, please prioritize your health. If you are not healthy, it is not possible to care for your care receiver or a member of your family. Find a heart healthy activity for this month to celebrate Heart Health Month. In February, you can go for a walk, a run, or even cook a heart healthy meal. And that would be amazing. You can cook it with your family. And lastly but not least, I want to acknowledge Senior Independence Month. This February, seniors, let's celebrate your independence. Independence is a major factor in the quality of life seniors experience. I want to share some practical tips from Seniors Speak Out, which is a senior advocacy group to help seniors maintain independence at home and in the community. These practical tips are taken from the website seniorlifestyle.com. The first one is to declutter. Organizing an environment is beneficial for both the body and soul. Upgrade. This means completing preventative maintenance, such as checking for loose railings on stairs, placing more light in dark areas of the home, like hallways and closets, to prevent falls, or installing grab bars. ICRC does provide services that may assist seniors with some of these upgrades. Lastly is become tech savvy. Cell phones can be a lifesaver. Seniorlifestyle.com recommends setting up some speed dial for your favorite contacts. Cell phones can also serve as location devices as well. I appreciate what the article stated at the end. It stated, asking for and accepting help when it is needed is a positive step towards staying independent. If interested, you can check out this article at seniorlifestyle.com. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know it is a bit shorter. As I said, it is just the Inland Caregivers Corner chat. So please let me know what you think. If you enjoy these shorter episodes, great. If not, let me know what you would like to hear as far as information, topics, anything like that. I want to hear any feedback our listeners have on how to improve this podcast. And once again, thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to Inland Caregiver Resource Center to listen to our previous chat episodes and also Inland Caregivers Corner episodes. You can also listen to all upcoming episodes of the Inland Caregivers Corner podcast on our YouTube channel and soon on other platforms. So that's something that'll be coming in 2022. I hope you will join me again for the March episode. If you, your neighbor, a friend, relative, or colleague need resources with caregiving, please contact Inland Caregiver Resource Center at 800-675-6694. Add us on Facebook at facebook.com/ICRC1985. So that's facebook.com/ICRC1985. You can follow us on Instagram at Inland Caregiver. It's all one word. Like and subscribe to Inland Caregiver Resource Center on YouTube. And of course, check out our beautiful new website at www.inlandcaregivers.org. Keep listening to Inland Caregivers Corner and Inland Caregivers Corner chat for information and resources as we continue to cope with and manage the challenges of caregiving together. I am Derek Chacon, and continue to care for yourself, your loved ones, and your community. Take care.